Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Zemo the Dad in DPS, and we are back with another video. Today it is another Scrip My Pants, a series where I spend 2,000 scrip to see if I get anything worth using. Very often not the case. Past couple of weeks maybe. Anyway, before we get into that, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Alrighty, so another 2,000 scrip, and we are starting off Suppressor's Minigun. That's crits. That's action point cost. That is one of the worst starts possible. Next up we have an Instigating Pistol, limb damage, and 25% fat action point cost. Now, instigating on this type of weapon, if you're using it in a single receiver, could be okay, but I wouldn't really say limb damage and fat action point cost would be the best combination of effects. Then again, nor would faster fire rate. And, well, maybe that's crits. Moderately okay weapon, not great, not amazing. Moving on. Quad pipe bolt action pistol, advanced hit chance, and stealth field. Now, I love quad effects, but I just don't rate it on a weapon that's bolt action. The main reason for that being is that you have a kind of space between doing things, and the reload speed in these guns tend not to be that bad. So, kind of disappointing. Probably something I'm going to scrap rather than keep, and I'm fairly certain I've got a lot better sitting in my storage. Gormon's Black Powder Rifle, limb damage, faster movement speed while aiming. Black Powder Rifle. Pish. Absolute donkey pish. Stalker short bolt action short. Stalker short pump action shotgun. Bullets explode for area damage, and VATS action point cost. Just about any effect other than stalkers here would have been lovely. Instead, we got a pile of horseshit. Executioner's Black Powder Rifle, VATS hit chance, VATS critical meter. I mean, it's a better version of a very bad gun, but I don't want it and I don't like it. The reason I say that, VATS hit chance on this weapon is probably going to ensure you hit, for one. Critical meter. Somebody will want this. I don't want it though. I never want it. They come to me though. Okay, quad minigun, bashing damage, increased by 50%, and stealth field. Now, quad on here is pointless. The bashing damage people will love. The stealth field, I don't see how that works. Can this... When you have the gun going, but like... Can you be stealthed during that? Is that considered a silent action? Now there's a question. That's something to test. Probably not silent. It definitely isn't physically silent, but the game might, regard it as silent because it's not firing the gun. I don't know. Let's find out. Either way, quad is a weird one. I wish it was vampire. It would have been amazing. Juggernaut Ultra Sight Gatling Laser, VATS hit chance, breaks 50% slower. Juggernauts on this type of weapon is just not great. Heavy weapons lure enemies in to batter you, and VATS I won't be using, so no. So far, so bad. Mutants Harpoon Gun, replenish action points with each kill, stealth field. Mutants is, it's one of those effects that I think is good on weapons that I would consider to be leveling up weapons for lower level and newer players. This is not one of them. Replenish action points each kill. Yeah, I don't think any of these effects work for that weapon at all, sadly. Suppressor's Combat Shotgun with 25 damage in the last shot. Not 25 chance to do double damage in the last shot. VATS critical meter. The game wants to screw me over tonight. Vampire Short Hunting Rifle, replenish action points with each kill, 15% faster reload. Now, this is not the best example of a vampire weapon. However, this is definitely a decent little gun. The reason I say that is that, obviously, if I'm using this on a certain type of character, I might be getting hit by ambient damage, let's say. So the vampire does have that same utility. Don't get me wrong, it's not as effective as your vampire fixers, handmaids, all that kind of thing. But it does have a realm of utility. It's a decent little gun, and I do like the replenish action points of each kill effect and faster reload speed, but yeah, it could be better, sadly. Mutants Railway Rifle, Vance crits, 90% reduced weight. Now this here is a good leveling weapon for somebody that doesn't have a defined build and doesn't have a lot of caps to spare, because I wouldn't sell this for anything ridiculous. You're going to be doing a huge amount of damage with those Vance crits. The weight of this gun is pretty hefty at the best of times, and mutants just means you don't have to be bloodied, you don't have to be junkies, you don't have to be aristocrats, you don't have to be all these other different things. So yeah, it's a low level kind of newbie weapon, but still worth, you know, existing. A lot of people don't give mutants the credit that it's due, and don't take into consideration newer players are always a factor. Okay, Ghoul Slayer's short handmade, 25 faster fire rate, resistance while reloading. I don't rate Ghoul Slayer's effects, mainly because specific damage types just are too niche, and I just don't like it. If you had more variation in enemies and tougher enemies in certain subsets, yeah, but no, I'm not interested in that whatsoever. Suppressors again, why? Limb damage, VATS critical meter, no, let's move on. Feel it, submachine gun, VATS hit chance, VATS action point cost. This is an absolute travesty of a gun. Submachine gun, by the way, if you guys didn't know, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, we have a fixer, Ghoul Slayer, replenish action points for each kill, and stealth field. If you guys could see my face right there. I'm not a happy bunny. A couple more to go. Okay, here's one that's actually okay. Vampire submachine gun, last shot, 1 agility. Now, vampires on this weapon is relatively decent. It is an automatic weapon, so we're going to get fairly decent amount of health back. Last shot, I don't believe the clip to be ridiculously huge, so you're going to get a little bit of it. 1 agility, you know, it's going to give you more AP, so I suppose you're going to be able to use it in VATS more, but it's not like this is the most amazing weapon ever. It's an alright weapon. It is literally an alright weapon. Yeah, tonight's picks are going to be clutching at straws. Deal it short flamer, replenish action points for each kill, faster movement speed while aiming. No. It was a flamer. I don't want to talk about it. Bloody Gatling plasma, VATS crits, do 50 damage, and damage resistance while reloading. Oh, the game just wants to annoy me tonight. The only good effect on there is bloodied. Let's be honest. To be fair, the only good effects on this weapon could possibly be are bloodied, reload, and 25 faster or 25 more damage. So, you know, slim pickings in that scale, but yeah, come on, last weapon, be something good. Well, that's disappointing. Troubleshooter's blah 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 blah. Troubleshooter. I can't talk tonight. Troubleshooter's broadsider. Limb damage, faster reload. Absolute pish. God, I don't even know what I'm picking as the tonight's top picks. God help future me. So for tonight's first pick, I'm going to have to go with the Mutants Railway Rifle, mainly because it's not typically a weapon that you would see people using very often, but one thing I categorically do have to always state is Railway Rifles, without legendary effects, completely destroy just about anything. You don't need legendary effects on it to just completely wreck the world of most enemies. So anything that you do have on it is gravy. So mutants, you're getting that 25% extra damage once you've got all the mutations on there, which in most cases you should be able to get relatively easily. The VATS crits, again, you're going to do a lot of damage. And then you've got the reduced weight, which makes this thing easy to carry. This is a perfect leveling noob weapon, and I would expect, you know, if I was to sell it, I'd sell it cheap, because it's not something someone like me would particularly use, but it's definitely something that someone on like a just hit level 50 character would be more than happy to own. So yeah, that's what I think in regards to that. Now, the next one I'm going to go for is the Vampire Submachine Gun with last shot and 1 agility. The reason for that is slim pickings, and to be honest, I regard it to be a better version of the type of weapon it is. in comparison to the Mutants railway rifle. Don't get me wrong, I would not say that this is a better weapon than that. It would definitely not match up in terms of damage. But in terms of utility and something that I would actually go around using, yeah, it's closer to that kind of scale of things. Don't get me wrong, submachine guns aren't, you know, mind-blowing or anything, but it is what it is. I honestly think I've got better. I'm fairly certain I've got a Vampire's explosive. Might have even done a review on it. If I haven't, I probably will do a review on it. Either way, it exists and it's here. And I think for tonight's top pick, I'm going to go for my Vampire short hunting rifle. Don't get me wrong, again, this is not the best combination of effects on here, but it is a good combination of effects that are on there. Essentially, vampires, you're going to be able to get health back, so if you are spotted during your sneaky mode, you are going to be able to not have to use anything in particular. Then you have the replenish action points with each kill, which is going to allow me to basically hit headshots more and more often for longer. And then faster reload. I mean, when is that not a good thing? It always is, I think. I can't figure out anything that makes it worse. Either way, this is the top pick for tonight. Deal with it. So that was tonight's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, there is the join button down below to become a YouTube member, and there is our obvious other kind of doodads like God, what's it called? Coffee. Now let's thank our YouTube members, which are Dealfane Gaming and Golty, our two chosen Undad members. And then we have our Dad's Army members, which are Wyatt Blackburn, Wallers Me, Colin G, Peggy Knight, Matazbo, Devilman Games, Marcus Carrasco, Scott S, Bubbadoodle Mom, and Ranger McSpriddle. I hope you're all doing very well and getting on quite happily. So yeah, tonight's video, not as successful as some of the ones, but you know, we got something. We got something, right? God, help me, my head is killing me. I'm filming this while I have COVID. Just leaving that out there. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.